everybody, welcome back to another Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're going to be watching some Spy X Family today. So, what happened last time is that we had the Uncle Tutoring and Operation Daybreak. What was the Daybreak side of that episode?
Was that the romance part?
It could be. No, I think that was the one before. That was the Informant's Great Romance Plan, was that one. Oh no, that's right. Daybreak was the best spy ever. The one who managed to accomplish his whole mission without anyone noticing.
Now, Griff, I want you to stop for a moment and think about where we are in the time frame.
We are doing some wibbly wobbly timey wimey
No, we're
shenanigans.
not, because you're screwing this up, Griff. This has episode. What episode are we on?
7.
Right. So, what episode came before this one?
6.
Right. So, what happened in episode 6? Because despite whatever you might think is happening right now, whoever's watching this is watching this after episode 6.
But Theta, that was episode 6.
Was it though?
Was it? Now you're just confusing me. That's my job. Only I confuse me.
Well, look, Griff, there's a very clear thing that's happening right now, and I want you to be sure of it before you move forward. What the last episode we watched was.
I don't even know anymore. Who am I? Regardless, timelines don't exist in the show.
They do.
You could probably literally watch most of these out of order.
No, you
I
couldn't.
mean,
In fact, you couldn't. I would put money down because certain events happen one after another. Specifically, like the dog. Not so much the dog in the show, but Anna trying to convince the kid to have like a dog party thing. Because the steps that she takes are very much in order across multiple episodes, and she also references back to her own previous failures, which means watching them all out of order would have that not make any sense.
What are you talking about, though? The dog's always been there. For the very first episode.
I could link us back to an episode where we had a mysterious third person in these reactions talking about when this dog was going to arrive.
Right. So, I guess aside from being silly and bouncing around, why don't you go ahead and lead us into anything you want to lead us into?
Sure. Yeah, I don't think I've ever recognized the audio.
The music here?
The voice. The voice singing.
It does sound familiar, but it could just be taking like a similar tone just for what it is.
No, I mean like all the other openings were just God, I hope it's not the brain failing me today. Like these are the opening steps to like a stroke or some sort of degenerative neural disease.
It's the bug that's wormed its way into your brain, you see. It's taken over.
They were instrumental. The first few openings were instrumental without.
Oh right, yeah. The original opening was straight instrumental, just kind of like spazzy jazz without lyrics.
Spazzy jazz is my favorite genre of music. On name alone, don't like jazz by the way, but spazzy jazz is right up there with jizz.
I have like a small inch of musical theory, but not anything anyone talks about.
By the way, I think that's been my new clip. As I said, it's gonna be up there with jizz, and then you say, I have a small cut. That's it.
Oh gosh, the face shape.
She got hit with a Prushka head.
デズモンドグループは
And then Minecraft Steve in the background.
我が社の経営は風前の灯火だったのだ。しかし息子には何と伝えたものかな。我がグルーマン製薬があと一月足らずで消えてなくなることを。
Revenge plot against Desmond.
Trying to figure out who this kid is. Why is it anybody in anime who's sweeping something uses the most ineffectual broom possible?
Right, like those big straw kind of brooms, absolutely worthless. They do nothing. Maybe they push dust around into the air, but that's at best.
Well, I mean, even then, there are tighter straw brooms. It's the very loose straw broom that does nothing.
Then again, I guess if you have special powers like that, you can get everyone to die from dust inhalation.
Now just be sure to be looking in the background for any blonde-haired kid. He's
Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the kid with the buck teeth. He's Desmond's friend.
Well, the blonde-haired kid in the background is going to be our antagonist. Oh, here he is. I thought he was blonde.
He's just gonna go straight up and just smack him with the shovel.
I could have sworn he was blonde in that scene we just saw, but that head shape, I mean, there's no arguing this is the guy.
He is, in fact, his father's son.
George Glooman. Sure does look gloomy.
ジーヤに頼んでこいつのテストを赤点にするためのスパイを雇ったのに僕のお小遣い
Oh, so he's
これで
responsible.
凄腕のスパイを雇え
かしこまり。
クラスメイトにスパイの黒幕が父がこないだ戦ったやつ。ねえねえ、そんなことよりダミアンのどこが好きなの？アーニャ、あいつが気になる。
Failing the old Bechtel test. Let's talk about boys.
あいつはやめときなよ。なんかネクラそうだし。
いや諦めるなジョージ退学に追い込めれば
あいつ次男を退学させようとしてる。
まだチャンスはおやこれはタバコの吸い殻ダミアン君君まさか
はタバコなんか吸ったことねえし
先生
Ah, yes, the kindergartners are smoking.
何やってんだお前
何事ですか
It's a real hard argument to say, but he just punched himself in the face.
なんだって説明しなさいダミアン君本当なら大問題だぞ
ダミアン様がそんなことするわけないですこいつが嘘
Will never do such a thing? I mean, would do such a thing?
信用できん
It's alright, tenses mean
次
nothing.
男はそんなことしない。アーニャ見てた。
Won't. They're using the wrong tenses.
なんだ
Would not, not won't.
確かこの子は入学初日にトニトを取った子やばい
She's dangerous.
教員歴30年の考えているおふざけで先生を呼ぶんじゃないちゃんと掃除しなさいまったく
お前
次男退学になったらアーニャ困る。プラン B が。かっこいいよアーニャちゃん。私までキュンとしちゃったよ。
Anya will get absolutely zero respect from
伝わ
this.
ったよ。
はてめえ何言ってんだ頼んでねえし余計なことだし
そうだ何邪魔してくれてんだ
えふざけんな
Oh, right, I'm here.
何のつもりだ俺に何の恨みがあんだくそもうダメ
だ僕の人生終わった
えお前んちの会社が倒産
そうさまさに今日ね
そりゃ気の毒だけど俺全然関係ねえじゃん
Well, ever since you took over as CEO for the company.
Yeah, that weird crowdfunding meeting.
After we found out that your father was making Gundams.
Be quite the twist for this series for the spies to suddenly break out giant robots.
I'm just waiting for any random series to just suddenly cross over.
大体大人の問題に俺を巻き込むな。
そうよ、さすがにあんまりよ。
おっしゃる通りだよ。だけど
Find out one of their fathers is inventing a supercomputer. And they go past and... What's that? That looks like an avatar of Heinzel Gun.
そうなれば当然この学校ともお別れさ。君が羨ましいよ、ダミアン君。家柄に恵まれ人気もあって。そりゃステラも取れるよね。僕みたいな
Not to mention your perfectly normal head shape.
Then again, we have this guy here. The normal is very relative in this universe.
What? That's his hair. He's got the Marge Simpson haircut.
手下もクソ野郎。
うるさいうるさい。お前らなんかに僕の気持
And
ち
this guy doesn't even have a nose.
僕だってもっとこの
He's got the impression of a
Oh,
Skeletor face.
だが今となってはそれも儚い上
They might actually just be part alien.
だと思うとこんなゴミ拾いだって感慨深いね。あははゴミのような存在の僕がゴミ拾いだなんてシュールだと思うかい。そうかい。あはは
And he grows up to be a student council
そんな
member.
こと言ってねえだろ。落ち着け。畜生、世界を呪ってやる。元気出せよ。ジュースでも
Buy you some juice that'll help you with being expelled.
そうだよな。ジュースごときで終わり。
今すぐ飲みたいな。
あ？
ジュース。だって今日が最後の登校日なんだ。今飲まないともう永遠に。
You won't be able to dry juice for life after.
Well, I mean, not high quality juice.
少しだけ救われたよ。そういえば学食の最高級キャビア丼結局一度も頼んだことなかった。
Because the point is that this is the school for the elite of the elite of the elite. So, the moment he leaves here, you won't be able to have any of this ever again.
そうだ、僕一度でいいから胸にステラつけてみたかったな。誰か貸してくれないかな。いや、僕もステラ獲得に向けて頑張ってたんだ。でも父さんの話を聞いてからは勉強どころではなくて筋違いなのは
I
It's
think
just
that
rice
meal...
caviar dumped on top and
I was about to say, I think that meal would be incredibly salty.
immensely.
すぐ返せよ。
じゃあ次は
おいお前、あんま調子乗んなよ。
来月ぐらいにはさ、きっと僕んちは一文なしになって、それできっと僕は人身売買とかミスタリスに売られたりしちゃうんだ。そこでは奴隷のような日々が待ってるんだ。哀れな僕。だから
You know, all this is leading into the end of the episode. You misheard the conversation.
ゴミの僕にはその資格もないのかい。
It's gonna be like, alright, bankruptcy doesn't mean any of this. It means literally we have someone else buy it and then we continue as usual.
父も偉い人もいいやつ。
本当のウェスタリスを知りもしないくせに慰めてくれてるのか。みんな優しいな。こんなによくしてもらったのは初めてだ。
The first time someone's ever been kind to him.
目から塩水が止まらないよ。
ジョージ君。
ねえ、最後のは
That guy on the left
僕、年度末の合唱コンクールが
was
楽
like
しみだったん
a
だ。
kid with George Clooney's face.
みんなと一つになりたかったんだ。
George Clooney has to get start somewhere.
ダメだよね。
あれ、俺たちもなんか。
ラララララララ。ベッキー、マジか。
Oh, what a...
It is a lot easier of a song to remember if it only has that one word in it. I'm sorry, that one syllable.
There's a scale of musical notes, children. You are allowed to use more of them. Also, Damien dancing.
La la
He
la
is.
la la la. La
That's
la
gotta be like a
la.
reaction gif. It has to be. Someone has to make it.
ありがとう。
The song only has la in it.
ジョージ、これやるよ。俺が愛用してた文房具だ。高い
Smell
ん
my
だぜ。
finger.
学校やめても俺たちのこと忘れんなよ。
He's gonna open it up and it's just gonna say you are a butt.
Literally gonna be back tomorrow.
このお気に入りの本あげる。僕はこの時計を大切にしたね。
So I mean, literally, it would be worse to come back tomorrow after this.
I love that Ani's just like, well, here's a leaf.
ありがとう。僕頑張るよ。この胸の痛みを強さに変えて、これからの苦難に満ちた人生を。
So I mean, even if they were going
歩ん
bankrupt,
でゆくよ。
it doesn't happen overnight.
さようなら、みんな。
Also true.
さようなら、愛するイーデン。
Additionally, even if it did happen overnight, all of this is paid for in advance.
Also true. They pay tuition at the beginning of the year, certainly.
ってことがあった。
いい話ですね。
そうか。っていうか、グルーマン製薬は買収されるだけで倒産はしないぞ。
経営危機だった我が社をデズモンドグループが救ってくれたのだ。
So literally,
経営陣
they're
は
richer than they were
私
before.
含め研究チームなど
They're less powerful but richer.
この上ない好条件に感謝しきれんぐらいだ。社長という肩書きとグルーマンの社名を失うゆえ、お前には何と伝えたものか考えあぐねていたが。
じゃあ、ウエスタリスでの奴隷生活は学校は。
何言ってる。明日からも普通に通え。宿題やったのか。
See, as I said, misunderstood what he heard. Going back to school tomorrow.
Probably did not even do his homework.
もらったもの、ちゃんと返しなさいよね。
Be sure to give back that leaf, too.
It's humiliating. He knew that was going to be the worst thing that could happen to him.
You know how this was the one time anyone's ever been kind to you? Right, give it back.
アーニャ、そろそろ起きないと遅刻するぞ。朝ごはんできてるから着替えて顔洗ってこい。
ドキドキ。寝坊した。
こら、食べながら喋るな。遅刻や忘れ物も積もり積もれば罰を食らうぞ。トニトが8つ貯まれば退学だ。気をつけろ。
厳しいですね。
Lloyd's on the mission.
間に合ってよかったですね。
それでは僕もそろそろ病院に。
I bet she forgot something.
今日は半休で市役所のお仕事は午後からなんです。
She has all
じゃあ
Lloyd's
少
spy
しゆっくり
equipment.
できますね。行ってきます。
Oh, this very much seems like a... Oh no, she forgot something. Better chase her to school or something. Scenario.
今日はボンドさんもお寝坊さんですね。あれはアーニャさん、失礼しますね。
School clothes. That's her pee stuff. I don't know what's in the bear bag.
忘れ物です。
See? I call this shit.
Yep.
忘れ物により退学
Bring an item to school.
I guess the anticipation I now have is she she didn't need it. So when Yor gets there, she'd be like, thank you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like today's not a gym day or
Mother
something.
becomes the wind.
Today's not a gym day or something. That's why she didn't bring her gym clothes.
バス停はスクールバスじゃないから途中で乗り換えないとですよね。あれ？でもバスと電車どっちが早いんでしょう？
The street tram will probably be faster.
こうしている間にも時間が。体育の授業に間に合わなかったらどうしましょう。
Of course, that's right. Yor can just instant transmission if she needs to.
Yeah, she
He
was
just
a
can't sense
long
on his
distance.
energy.
She was a long distance away from under the window.
Ah, here we go. I was waiting for her to start activating her super speed.
So why were those kids not in school?
Actually, that's a good point. She's gonna get there and it's gonna be like, it was actually a school holiday today.
Well, I don't think that's true because it was a school bus.
アーニャさんはどこでしょう？確か授業ごとに教室が違うって言ってたような。
Also, I doubt that Lloyd would have woken her up for a non-school day. That doesn't seem like an oversight he would have made.
That's true. Lloyd is on top of things.
でもそうすると誰かに聞くわけにもいかないですし、探すしかないですね。おりゃ。
なあなあ、ビートに出るお化けの噂知ってる？怪奇雲女ってやつ。シャー。バカ、いるわけねえだろ。そんなの。
目立つのは良くないですね。
I suppose if there's anything that she's good for, it's definitely looking for targets and getting to them.
Is that all women are good for to you, Griff? Is that all that yours good for?
Well, that's her skill set.
やめておきましょう。何か他に良い手は。
Oh, that's right. They have the local farm.
あら、この動物さんたち入学試験の時の。
Hopefully the cow, oh, yeah, the cow remembers.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's a bull.
夜さん、なんでここに？俺が出勤してると見せかけ、学校に潜入していることに感づいて追ってきたのか？いやいや、そんなわけ。ん？何か持ってるの？
Yeah, the uncomfortable situation where Lloyd already stalking his daughter. Witnesses
Now they're
your
both doing it.
witnesses your stalking his daughter, but can't be seen doing both.
I like Anya got the little twinkle there. She already knew.
アーニャさん、よかったです。会えて。はい、これ忘れ物です。大丈夫ですか？ちゃんと体育の授業に間に合いましたか？どうかしましたか、アーニャさん？
今日
You're right.
Yeah.
だから体操着いらない。
I think I must have seen this cartoon 1,000 times already.
Anya's still being supportive.
まあでも忘れ物
And
じゃなか
you're
った
saying I don't know how to read media tropes. Grip.
ロイドさん、病院に行かれたのでは？
ええ、病院行った後、自宅療養の患者の往診をしてまして。夜さんこそどうしてここに？
実は。
そうですか。アーニャの忘れ物を届けに。 ありがとうございます。一体何事かと思ったが、わざわざ接触して確認するほどでもなかったか。
いえ、結局勘違いでお役に立てませんでしたし、そもそも時間割。
Ah, yes, the feeling of just messing up.
No, it's probably fine.
そんなことは。
Anya was probably happy to see her mom in the middle of the day.
任務に差し支える。そうだ。病院へ帰る前に外で昼食を取ろうと思ってたんです。せっかくですし。
I mean, going from a kid who got sent from what orphanage to orphanage, and
Yeah, it's like,
now
wait,
she's
a
in
mother who cares?
well, now she's in school, surrounded by kids, and her mother's coming to visit her in the middle of the day. It's a juxtaposition of the states.
Lloyd is definitely very smooth, transitioning it from failure to, hey, how about we get lunch and have a good time instead. But it was definitely cute. The B-sides are definitely a lot shorter than I thought they were gonna be, now that they've started this format. Like, it's more 15-5 instead of like 10-10 or something. But that's okay.
What?
But the episodes.
Why is your percentage? Why is your percentage only equal to 20?
Because I assumed that the episode's 20 minutes.
Also, 15-10. That's 35.
Wait, did I say 15-10? I thought I said 15-5. And then 10-10. Oh well. Well, math isn't what I'm good for. I'm only a computer scientist. That's the machine's job. What about you? What was the cutest thing for you here?
Well, let's wait and see what's up next episode before we start breaking down the episode. What I can only think of probably 10 seconds left. But you wouldn't understand that. You're only computer science.
Yeah. Investigate the general hospital. Decipher the code. And Anya becomes a ninja.
Well, we also get to meet that other character who hasn't appeared yet.
Mm-hmm.
The silver-haired woman who I think I commented before was in the end of the episode. Don't know who she is though.
Yeah, we should actually get some information on that soon then. So that's good.
Well, we know it can't be a Lloyd relation.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be a Lloyd spy thing.
It could be a hospital thing.
Well, they're in the end as though they were part of the family. So, and Lloyd doesn't have family that we're aware of, specifically because we saw him growing up as a child in a war zone.
Oh gosh, now there's a way to reinforce your cover. Have other spies come by pretending to be your relatives.
Well, I think that would be a case of adding stuff that doesn't need to be added. Because you would have to...
Right. It would overcomplicate it.
You would have to come up with a reason for having a sister before the sister being introduced. Like, something that breaks down your cover altogether that can only be explained by the presence of having a sister versus just introducing one.
Right. So next time ought to be interesting. It definitely looks, these were very confined stories today, I think, right? They don't really have, like, contribute to the meta plot a whole lot.
Literally by definition, no.
Yeah.
One of them literally took place.
Definition.
One of them literally took place across the scope of the entire city, which is the opposite of being confined.
Right. I meant confined in the story sense. Like, it's not directly contributing to the meta plot necessarily or moving that forward. But the next episode seems like it definitely will.
The meta plot is emotional, so it's hard to determine that somebody's showing up at the school.
I guess more specifically the spy plot then.
Well, if that's the case, then half of the episodes haven't been fulfilling the plot. We've gotten only 3 or 4 episodes out of 18 that have been related to the spy plot.
It is an adorable family comedy, so, you know, the spy stuff is more just interspersed for fun. But hey, more spy stuff is good for me.
Well, arguably, if something is less than half the percentage of the show, it's not the meta plot.
It's not about the spy stuff, that's true. It's about the family. But it is still Spy X Family.
Lloyd's a spy. That's what that means, Griff.
So, question I asked earlier was, what was your favorite part? Like, what's the cutest thing you saw? How do you feel? What would you feel strongest about this episode?
I guess the whole mother showing up at school thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely know as a kid, I'd just be like, oh no, my parents have shown up at school, this is the worst thing possible. But Anya is, far happier of a kid and far younger than that demographic.
Well, I mean, here's a breakdown of my life. When I was that-ish age, I think, maybe a little bit older, maybe more towards middle school. I want to say it was elementary, though, because Anya's elementary age. My mother wasn't around. She was in jail, and I was being raised by my aunt. So I was mainly about with my cousin, going to school and all that stuff, so I didn't have that much direct, and my dad was out of the picture completely. So, one birthday, this isn't one of those, they showed up at school. This is a very, very, very smaller thing. One birthday I opened up a lunch, and just there in my lunch was a muffin, and with a little note that said happy birthday. And that just made the world for me, because as a little depressed kid who has no friends, my family isn't there, I'm literally living with relatives. Little muffin, happy birthday, would be the equivalent to me of Anya and her mother just showing up at school. It's a change of pace to the life lived before it.
It's an emotional demonstration that someone cares. And that's good. I think that's actually a really great point. Meanwhile, my favorite part is just Anya shaking down Gloomin for the leaf.
Well, she tapped him. I don't know that. That's hard to read.
Oh, the leaf fell out. She was after it.
It's hard to read it. It's the same leaf. It's not the Forrest Gump story where the Forrest Gump feather flies in at the beginning and ends with a feather. That's not the song at all. But anyway, the feather flying off later at the very end. I just think it would be hard to tell if that was just a similar feather. Leaf.
Right.
Sorry.
It's not a metaphor for the entire experience, just the leaf.
It sounds sort of the same way that, you in a cartoon or something, you tap somebody and they're dirty, so puff of dirt, right? That he just didn't walk through the leaves today.
Mm-hmm. But the experience of kid overinflating something that they heard, which is a very basic little plot, but I think the show came across very well with that one. I think they really helped sell it, and everyone else was actually getting very sincerely into it, which was adorable in the end.
I do appreciate that we started off Witch from Mercury. You just don't understand narrative, and then literally called out everything that was happening this episode 10 minutes before it happened.
You see, it's the encouragement. It's what helped you rise to the top, I'm sure.
I understand.
That's the narrative I'm going with.
I understand narrative, Griff. It's just funny to me that you called me out by saying I don't understand it in one show, and I spend the rest of the very next show spelling out for you, this is how plot works.
But I think on that note, while you're on your high of being perfectly correct about everything, let's go ahead and call it here. So this has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you all next time. See you, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?